Oh wait, hold on. Is the receiver on?
You're not plugged in.
Oh yeah. We are so good at
You're
this.
such a professional.
So what are we doing?
I'm crying.
we used this at my wedding, and one of our friends unscrewed this mount that holds my phone with the receiver, and
Back up a little bit. So I brought the whole camera because I like to film on a full frame camera instead of a phone.
yeah,
I
that
realized
one.
for the 9th time that I've done this now, I don't have an SD card with me. So we're like, oh man, what are we gonna do? Oh, well, we can shoot on a phone and just use the same mic pack receiver. And oh no, we don't have the phone mount to put it on the tripod if we wanted to use it on the tripod. Oh wait, this is the phone mount that screws into the tripod. Oh no, the screws are missing for the phone mount piece. How are we gonna do this? So now we're pulling the screws out of the back of the receiver, hoping that they're the same screws that we can put on the phone mount, because we're probably going to replace this at some point anyway soon. And I just found out the thread pitch is different. So no, this is not going to work.
Well, that's the thing. We are getting a new one, right?
Who's we?
I mean, I can pitch in for a new receiver and everything. How much are they? We can get a nicer, newer kit regardless, because these wires are also old.
These are not going to go on.
I'm just saying, you just ugga-dugga it.
Is this just the intro now? We're just gonna start. What the mic pack fiasco?
I have glasses.
Yeah, we're kind of get this.
Is that working? Not at all.
Let's try doing this.
Can we just take a chisel and split the thing?
Good. Try not to hit the exhaust itself. Yeah, no, this is better with a grinder. Just cut through it. This is a beefy drum. This thing has no torque. Never mind.
It's all speed.
I know, but for cutting off the torque.
That should pop off.
Oh, it's on there.
Well, hang on.
It's coming. I would just leave it.
There's a tack welt holding us on.
Yeah, we'll just get it off when the exhaust is off. You know, this might be the most overbuilt exhaust clamp I've ever seen.
Yeah, I agree.
Welded on, and a nut that you can't spin off.
I'm sure there's a way that's supposed to unclamp, but
I don't even know how they got it on.
it's just unnecessary. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I'm sure, like you said, there's probably some kind of special clamping tool.
It probably clamped and then, yeah.
Well, it's a solid tack.
I would just leave it.
Yeah, I think we'll slide off.
Bolt 1 done. And we're an hour in.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Blood, Sweat, and Gears.
What a great intro.
Today, we are attempting to drop a fuel tank on the Saab. We did a video back in the day regarding a check engine light that keeps coming back for fuel pressure because this car is over-engineered for the US market. The fuel pump is controlled with PWM, I think is the acronym for it. Basically, it's a modular or variable speed fuel pump. Anyways, that's fine. The check engine light's not come back, and I said in that video, if it does, we're gonna drop the fuel tank. Well, the sending unit's bad on this car, so the fuel gauge doesn't work. So we're dropping the tank anyways, and we're just gonna do the whole assembly with the fuel pump and filter and just knock it out. But to do that, the exhaust has to come off. So we spent an hour fighting that one bolt to pull the exhaust off. So, at this point, I think we can pull the hangers out.
This is also why we had trouble. This is like an oval in a groove with a nut on it. The nut broke off and that's still on. And on top, it's the same. But I don't understand how that or that spins. And so we were fighting that for a while.
I think the problem is we don't have Swedish tools.
This is against engineering logic. Like they have to have clamped it, put this on, and then spread these two out to keep them locked in. And there's no like this is solid steel. You're not gonna bend that back.
Ooh, these hangers are pretty dry rotted. I'm loving life right now.
I sold this car, so I wouldn't have to work on this stuff.
You knew damn well you were still going to end up working on it somehow. Exhaust hangers are so overkill. Why do you need two for the back mufflers?
Wait, is there a clamp somewhere here too?
No.
Oh, it goes under the axle. Oh, okay, sweet.
It's independent. It's not.
That's nice. It's a lot better than the Focus we did. That thing goes over the axle. We had to cut it just to get it out.
The NG or OG 93s, like the Vigan, it's just a dead axle going across, and the pipe goes over the axle, but it's in like 4 sections.
Yeah.
So it's not as annoying.
Just don't break a hanger.
I'm probably going to. These are very old and dry rotted. I think they're from 2006. Also, this isn't my car either. This is my partner's car.
Yeah.
So you sold it to someone that you're not even related to.
Yep.
I guess the 95 is the same thing.
Yeah, both my cars are owned by someone that I'm not related to. Woo! Do we have a... Man, it's nice working at a shop. Hold on. I will not be able to hold it with my phone, so I gotta put it down.
Well, I know we're about to pull the fuel tank out, but as is tradition, exhaust is off. You have to start the car. So let's give her a whirl. It's not bad.
It sounds awesome. V6.
Turbo.
V6 turbo. No resonators, no mufflers.
Just open down pipe.
Yeah. Open. Yeah. Open downpipe. There is a second cat, yes. So 2 cats, no resonator, no mufflers. It's so quiet.
I'm cutting the mufflers off this thing.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Yeah.
That's a good sound.
Yeah. It's also popping a lot more because it doesn't have any exhaust piping.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I'll put a pipe that's just straight all the way back now.
Yeah.
One more. Something's smoking. I think it's my oil.
Yeah, you spilled oil.
I like it.
Yeah. It's very popular for the Aeros to delete the mufflers because the V6 sounds so good.
When Braxton got his Aero in Miami, remember Braxton had one of these for a little bit.
Did he?
Yeah, I found him one when he was looking for a car, and he had it for like 2 months, and then the motor blew up. But the guy that was selling it had another one, and his was tuned. And
This is tuned.
Well, no, he was like, hey, like bolt-ons,
Okay.
exhaust, like stage 3 or something. It was a fast car.
That's a turbo already too.
But he had it in a parking garage in Miami, and he had a pop and bang tune on his.
Oh.
So he'd wham, bang, 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 wham, bang, 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 bang. I'm kind of surprised it does it, like burbles a little bit with the stock. Well, stage 1.
Stage 0, yeah. Just a tune, just a flash.
Not too bad. Oh, well, this car needs an exhaust now.
I want to get that disappointment on camera.
Look, I'm saying it's worth it, but something I just realized is I'm about to remove fuel lines, and we just ran the car to hear the exhaust with just like open downpipe with the 2 cats. But now the fuel system's fully pressurized again. So either I go in the engine bay and try to depressurize it from that Schrader valve, which doesn't take all of it out anyway.
It'll take the pressure out. It'll take the pressure off.
Not all of it. Most of it, but not all of it. Or just pump the line off here and hope for the best.
I just pop the line off. Clean the floors.
Yeah. balls. So as I mentioned in the last clip, you really should drain the fuel pressure from the rail at that traitor valve, but the engine's kind of hot. I don't want to spray fuel on the headers and cause a fire. And also, I don't have a hose to go on that traitor valve to drain it. So, I'm just gonna pull a line off, get sprayed with fuel, and hopefully I don't take a fuel bath, which will probably happen. I've got my drain here, ready to go. There's one fuel line for the feed. I think the return is one of these. I'm gonna take off the emission line first before everything else gets disgustingly coated in fuel. Like that? Did it break?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all crusty, yeah.
Alright, this one should be evap, but just in case. Nice. Yay. There's one. There's electrical connector.
Saab has these really cool clips that actually work really well.
Yeah, they're slide clips.
Yeah. So we've been here an hour and a half. We've taken off one nut and the exhaust, and 2 clips.
We're making great progress. Okay, now we just pull off the fuel feed line, which is going to be the messy one. Drop the front 2 nuts on the brackets, and we lean it down, get the rest of the lines on the top. I think should be out. Keyword should. Here's the thing. Sending unit doesn't work. And we've been driving this as much as we can to drain as much of the fuel as we can without needing to actually drain the tank. But I don't know how much is in it exactly because the gauge is all over the place. So it either has around 2 gallons in it, or it has half a tank. Because the gauge wants to say around half a tank.
The gauge is accurate when it works.
No.
It was when I had it.
Currently, it'll be, when it is working and not just reading empty, it'll go half, 1/8, 3/8, quarter.
Oh,
half.
it's completely dead.
Yeah, it's all over the place. I left the house with 176 miles to empty, or no, 160 miles to empty. I got here with 150.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that can happen if you're doing highway, but yeah.
All the cars use highway nowadays. All right, well, it's gonna be this line here. I just gotta squeeze, and the line comes off. Safety glasses on. Mouth closed.
You have a tool for that? I think that's a fuel line tool.
No, it's just a sorry. That was in my face too, it's over there.
Fine. Magnetic metal on this cover.
It's all aluminum. I feel like the top one's not releasing clearly. Okay, now do it. There it goes. Oh, it's coming, it's coming. Alright, you just gotta pull now.
It's dripping. It's pressurized. There it goes.
I don't know if you can hear on camera, just pressure releasing.
Just hissing. It's not fully off, so it's containing most of it.
Huzzah! Actually, went a lot smoother than I thought it would. You wanna go wash your hands?
It's probably from the front line more than the back line.
So the pressure is. Good job. Go wash your hands. You will feel weird.
There you go.
That's not. See yourself. When your hands are itching in 30 minutes time,
I have had plenty of fuel in hands of mine.
it doesn't mean you're immune to it.
I just don't care. Cool. Safety first, wash your hands. Don't follow me. You ever seen those videos of filling the tire with a brake cleaner or whatever? Or fuel?
I've been there. That's how I burned my whole my facial hair. Remember that? Like Goodyear?
No.
Yeah, we were trying to stretch these guys' tires, and apparently I was the only one that knew how to do it. So this old Spanish dude and this younger guy was like, "Here, you hold the flame near the tire, and we'll pump the air in." But first they tried using intake cleaner, which is not volatile.
Yeah.
It's jelly.
Yes.
So that didn't like, so we're like, no, I managed to use brake cleaner. So they put brake cleaner in, But instead of having like a liner break thing down to the floor, or using like a flame on the end of a stick, they just have you wave a match next to it, and I will go whoop, and it goes woof, and literally my entire face and everything engulfed. So I lost all this arm here. I still have scars from the burns on my hand. I lost my eyelashes got charred, so every time I blinked, my eyes would stay shut. I couldn't open them. It seared off all my facial hair, and the front of my actual like hair on my head was that burnt stuff.
I don't think I've heard this story.
I have pictures of it.
Jesus.
Is it bad that I'm trying to rush because I don't want this much amount of footage on my computer?
Yeah.
Well, don't go anywhere. Where is that? Back when I somewhere to the car. Oh, it's right behind you. Ah.
You know what tool I also didn't buy?
Huh?
The locking ring tool for this fuel pump.
That's fine. I'm not moving it.
I can't go anywhere because I'm plugging the whole thing in. There you go. Huzzah! Let's make sure I was recording. This really isn't that bad of a job on the lift. This is my brand new standing unit, which I'm just realizing it comes with some of these evap and return lines, has the sensors built in, doesn't have the pulse valve built in, but I have that separately. That you need this on the V6 Aeros. If you replace one of these kits, a lot of the aftermarket ones, even this one might be an aftermarket kit, but one of the impressions is OEM. None of them have the pulse valves. You can take the one from your old pump and put it on this. If you run it without a pulse valve, you will immediately get a check engine light. It does not work. It'll run, but it won't run very well.
Super quick note here, we did use the aftermarket pulse valve on this fuel pump setup, and after some digging and driving the car around for the couple of weeks that came after, that aftermarket pulse valve does give you some issues starting the cars regarding maintaining fuel pressure in the whole fuel system and actually how long it takes to start. If you prime the fuel system, for some reason it seems to take longer. After doing some more research, we found out it is actually best if you reuse your old pulse valve if it has not had any issues before. It's not going to hurt it if you have any kind of check engine lights for fuel pressure issues, things like that. It's actually going to be much better on the car if you use the old one rather than replacing it. So just take the pulse valve off of your old fuel assembly, put it on the new one, and you should have great results as long as your pulse valve doesn't have issues, which they rarely fail on just their own.
I have a locking ring, all the sensors, so we just got to unwire this, pull these hoses off, pull this old one out to reattach the locking ring.
Try and save as much of it as possible.
Yeah, I mean, let's not break stuff, but it should be pretty easy. And in the last video where we dealt with the check engine, I mentioned these have a built-in fuel filter, which it looks like this one does. Yes, I can see it. Good luck finding an OEM one. I believe this is OEM. There's a local Saab shop that's really good that just so happened to have one. It was their last one in stock, so.
I'm surprised there's no brand or logo at all on this.
That's what I'm thinking, is that it might not be an OEM, but one of the OEM comparables. Like how SEM and NGK made.
I mean, we'll
the
see. If
ICs.
that one doesn't have a logo on it, it could just be straight Saab.
Yeah. I bought that one because I was told it's an OEM one. So I hope it is.
But it should work even if it isn't based on the way it looks.
Fuck it. Ooh, I don't have a new seal for this.
Does it have a seat?
More linings. Spilling up. Spilling fuel. It's like a C-clip. It's plastic, so I don't want to break it either.
Yeah.
It's not really.
Or drop it in the tank. I wish the look on your face was on camera.
No magnifish in this one. Pull the line up.
Yeah. We did break it, but it can go back in.
I mean,
The bottom half of it's just snapped so it can pull out.
I don't think it's broken. It's tweaked a little bit, but it's not broken.
I drained it out.
Oh, you okay? Yeah, I hit on the tire.
Here's that clip we were fighting. So it's meant to have these tabs in it. That's how it locks in. I think this is going to be fine to reuse.
I'm gonna zoom in so you can see.
Just want to make sure I'm going to put this in an orientation that's going to go in. So it goes there, yes?
Yeah, with the metal inside pointing in.
So this is going to go like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that going to make it shrink on that thing?
That's good.
It's not all the way in.
I know.
Yep.
It's 2 clicks in.
Super quick note here, you may have noticed that we forgot to include a hose clamp on that plastic line where the pulse valve goes on, and we actually ended up popping off that line after the car was put back together from the fuel pressure. We thought for some reason that it would hold just on its own, but obviously it didn't, so we had to redo the job. It was much quicker the second time, but obviously if you want to avoid doing the job twice, make sure you do put the hose clamp on that hose there where the pulse valve goes on.
Well, now it's just a matter of letting that cool and seat, fitting this into the tank, plumbing it up, and going back in the car.
Yeah.
Like that. Clip that guy in. This way.
I mean, it's flush. Just pull it, see what comes out.
Nope, that's good.
Okay. You sure? Because I'm not checking it.
I'm good.
Positive. Check it.
Yeah, you need that.
I'm telling you, 180 is not going to work. You've got to go in circles.
You can get a second hammer and a second punch at the same time.
You have to synchronize your hits.
That's fine.
I'll try it. That's not what those are made for.
And channel locks.
I think you've got that grip strength.
I have good grip strength. That might work if you hammer. Because I'm getting a lot of strength behind it. Ooh. You need a lot of force on that.
It went a little bit. It's in the middle of the ridge now.
Is it?
Yeah. Not in the middle of like where it needs to be, but like it's in between the first and the second rib. See, it's riding that ridge.
That got closer,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying, they're not even. That's why you gotta hit it in different places. This side's closer than this side. It's actually here. Go on that side, and I'll hammer this side. Or not.
Interesting way to use this tool.
That's not what it's made for.
Oh. Okay. So if you're in a pinch, those work.
A massive oil filter wrench.
And you don't need grip strength because as soon as you can just push it like this and it'll clamp itself.
She's in, boys!
We in there. In there real good. Doesn't this need to in the pump?
Huh? I was gonna say, I know I didn't forget anything.
Just trying to spook you.
You can't get me. I do research.
For a second, I'm like, where's my phone?
Yeah, let's just run to AutoZone, see what they have. Hopefully we'll have everything.
Alright. We have exhaust hangers. So we got some fuel clips, some dormant fuel retaining clips for the lines for the two that broke. So everything's ready. All we gotta do is just put this up, attach the rest of the lines, electrical connectors, and the filler, have it all bolted up, put the exhaust on, and the job's done. I'm just really thankful we have a lift, because I wouldn't want to do this on the ground, and I've been waiting weeks to do this when I have a lift available.
Underneath the heat shield.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, hold on. Okay, good. My arm. Yeah, I'm gonna need a full check. Okay.
I just need to go towards me. So.
Nature's log plate.
Yep. Money.
Yeah, I just bought a universal hose clamp for that. Or hose clamp? Exhaust clamp for it. Hose clamp, exhaust clamp are all the same. Push! Keep going, good. Just put up some of these hangers. Where's the hangers?
That's a low spot now.
I know, that's why I didn't want it like this. I wanted it a little bit over, but
Well, that made it lower. This is lower than that.
I want to say it's about the same, honestly. But I mean, it's not like it's going to scrape. There's lower parts than this anyway.
I know. Well, are there?
Remember, always use impact rated sockets. Even if they look black, it might not be impact rated. Like these. My hand will protect my eyes.
Your hand is cheaper to fix than your eyes.
Yeah, these are impact rated. They're definitely not just a chromium alloy socket that's painted black.
There was a guy on the
Cool. That one easy.
clear cut video that was like, weight reduction. That's a great new way to call it. And I'm like, sadly, I did not come up with that. That is Derek's thing.
Oh, I've heard that for years.
Yeah, but Derek is who I've heard popularize it. Derek from Vice Grip Garage. Credit where credit is due.
Dude, I've been saying progressive weight reduction since like elementary school. Reading a quarter tank.
Oh, that's accurate. That makes sense.
14 gallons.
Yeah, I felt like 2 or 3 gallons.
3, 6, 8, 12 would be 3.5 gallons.
Yeah.
Give or take.
As long as it's reading the same value every time.
So I'm currently just cycling the key, build up our fuel pressure. We should be fine already. I'm going to do it one last time here. And go from the start. Fuel gauge is reading at a quarter, which is better than it was before, so that's probably accurate, especially with how light the tank was, 3.5 gallons give or take.
At least it's reading. At least it's reading. We plugged everything in right.
Yeah, so far. So far. Alright, fire in the hole. Uh-oh. Gotta clear the injectors out too, because it's
Yeah.
lighter in the rail.
Exhaust is what?
Not leaking.
No leaking exhaust? Okay.
Not seeing any fuel down here.
Yeah, you'd see it already.
There's that rattle. Look at you.
And just like that, we are all wrapped up. The car's put back together, everything's running perfectly. As long as you use the old pulse valve, this won't give you any issues. The fuel gauge is working, the car's running great, the pumps are speeding up and down, and that is it. So if you are doing this yourself, make sure you use those tips as mentioned in the other voiceovers throughout the video. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and we will see you all in the next one.